I watch a film every other day, and today I watched the YouTube movie Domestic War on Sonia Uche TV. This is the first thing I've seen by Sonia Uche TV, and you know that with the Video Game Film Club, I'm trying to like watch different channels. I've watched a couple. I've watched Bolaji Ogumola that I love, Uche Montana. I've watched Biodun's TV, Only Good Films TV. Like I've watched some really good ones that they will be seeing me again. I've also watched stuff like on Chini Love Easy TV. I watched a film called This Is War. I did not like that. I don't know when next Chini will be seeing me. I also saw Toby making this film. The ending, I had my thoughts about it. Is also on the page. I didn't like that. I don't know, but he'll probably see me again because that was just a specific thing about that film. But anyways, I've never watched anything by Sonia Uchi, but I've heard so many good things about Sonia Uchi. There's other people I've actually not watched now that I'm thinking about it, like Sandra Okunsowa. I've not watched with Katiri. I've not yet watched Omoni Oboli, Maurice Sam. So I will watch all of them in time, but I'm just like taking it one at a time. I'm just watching different things and different people. And today was Sonia Uche, and she really, really delivered. This film was funny. The thing is that the film is like 2 hours, 20 something minutes. And what I would say about the film is that the progression is like it really starts off very, very funny. But there's a moment in the middle that for me to me it kind of starts to now be like, oh yeah, film don't they kind of repeat itself, don't they kind of drag. But then another dynamic is introduced and it just gives the movie like a new life. Like the thing too that I didn't expect is how this film would surprise me. If you're coming for just the domestic war only, oh, come for the war because this one, that domestic war, there is actually war. My problem with Chini Love's This Is War film, if you've watched that, is that I said that war, where was the war in that one for a film called This Is War? This one, the war is very present, but then it's also surprises. There's things there that like here that will surprise you. And the film is very funny. One thing I want to just say is that Bimbo Ademoye, an actress that you are, I guess because in Nollywood we see our actors kind of frequently, there's a bit of see finish that started to happen. But when you dip it, our actors are so talented because the way they are able to be in so many different things and be so good. The last thing I saw Bimbo in was Well Love Lives. And the character she plays there versus the character she plays here, so different. Her accent here, the way she's speaking, we've seen it in kind of like Ya Barakat and some other things, but here too, it's still funny. And the way she puts like life into this character and brings her all to this was so good. Bimbo really acted. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie and I cannot wait to talk about it with spoilers. So, spoilers ahead, let us go. So, in speaking about spoilers, I kind of, because I have so much I want to say, but let me kind of divide it like this. I'll talk about two characters, that is Rolake and Ijoma, and then I'll talk about the third act of the film, just so that this has some organization to it. So, starting off with Rolake, Rolake, played by Bimbo Ademoye, cracked me up. I will tell you some of my favorite things that she said, some of the funniest parts of it for me. First of all, her speech pattern, the way she was talking. Of course, this is not the first time we've seen Bimbo Ademoye kind of do this character. Like I've seen Iya Barakat and stuff like that. But I just still find this her manner of speaking in this way very funny. Some of the funniest things that I particularly laughed at was that part where the woman at the beginning tastes the stew and she's like, "There's too much pepper," and then like that tastes it and she's like, "This one is tomato." People know they said this thing. And then people can do peppers. I was dying of laughter. The other thing that cracked me up is every time the woman will fire her and she's just still there. The woman will say, "Pack your things and leave," and she will just still be there after. Like the girl do not send one bit. Another thing that cracked me up was the firewood jollof rice. When she comes out and the woman is like, "What is this?" And she's like, "The gas can never give it that firewood taste. The firewood are the ingredients." And the woman's like, "I don't want this thing." And the woman has said by still this if I come out and don't see the threatens her kiniko kiniko. And the girl is like, "I beg." By the time we chop her, we don't do chop her, we talking. I was like, this girl is just doing what she wants to do. Well, like I don't get time for this, madam. Another thing that cracked me up was the charcoal lion. Like Rolake was a mess, man. The charcoal lion, charcoal lion now burning it. Another thing that cracked me up with her singing when she was singing when her and Ijoma were cleaning the table, even when she was singing during the morning devotion, like her singing was cracking me up. Bimbo Ademi did such a good job of that. Then Ijoma, let's go to her. I think I really enjoyed one thing I found funny about Ijoma before she became the maid was when she was telling her mother that this is why some people don't celebrate Mother's Day. I telling the mother to go and do their shower work classes. So she's advising her to do it. But then I want to say this about Ijoma that like before Ijoma actually gets the job, I'm really, really rooting for Ijoma. And I'm really thinking that Ijoma will do a very good job. I'm like, because I've seen her as a hustler, we are kind of rooting for her. We just want her to get this job so that she can be sending money back home. And then she now gets the job, and I won't lie to you. There's a moment that I don't like this character. Like I genuinely don't even like what she's doing. Like when she starts stealing from the woman, selling the goods from the woman's house. Because this woman, as a boss, was very nice and very lenient. So when she now started to steal her stuff, like I don't know, all those things she started to do, I didn't like her character at that moment. I was like, Ijoma, you're beginning to annoy me. Like for that whole moment, she was doing like the actually bad things. Because the thing is that well, like as annoying as she was, the thing she was doing was still helping the madam. Like she wants to wash by hand, she wants to, use her charcoal iron, she wants to cook firewood rice. But these things are still in service to the woman. This one, you're basically just now stealing the woman's clothes, selling off her goods. I didn't like Ijoma for a moment in this. So like she was really beginning to piss me off actually. And at that moment, it was even the comedy was even beginning to like get lost on me because I was just more annoyed than even laughing at what she was doing. And then, kind of towards that, because I think that's when Rolake then comes back towards this part of the film, especially when it's drama again. I'm kind of just like, ah, this guy's annoying me. And then when like Rolake comes back and they are now both of them in the house having the basketballs, having the war, I'm like, okay, but the film is kind of now kind of starting to drag because we're still like 1 hour. Like we have not yet even gone. We are not towards the end of the film. I'm like, I'm waiting as they won't say. And then they introduce the woman's son, and this film just gets a second life because the introduction of that song was the best thing they could have done at that point in the film because it cracked me up. And then I have new jokes that I started to really find funny. When, well, like I said, I won't put my ass in front of your face. when, when the guy was saying, "Don't put your hands in front of my face," she was not saying it's big, so it's friends when I bed. That whole exchange of her ass, talking about all this BBM, all this natural, that whole thing cracked me up. Ijoma was cracking me up when she was carrying that cup like she was doing traditional marriage. I was laughing when she brought that bread that was now heart shaped. I was laughing. Oh, the way she kept on like just being in delusion. The man would be yabbing her, and she would be like, "Jesus, he's fixable." Like the man gonna say, "I don't like you, I don't want you," and she in her mind she's there like, wow, he has a hard heart but for soft face, or what is it, hard face but soft heart. See Yora, I said this man don't like you. This girl was seeing what she wants see. And then when we now get into where they were both now trying to jazz the man, when Rock like rubbed that powder, it was funny. Ijoma now going to pour the whole thing inside, dropping the cup. Like I was like, that introduction of the woman's son definitely added a good like fun, like it brought life back into the film. Otherwise, this would have been dragging at this point if they just kept on going without introducing him. But that really added a new life to the film. And then I think yeah, that's kind of what then happens. They both them put him inside bottle. The bottle is found. They are both chased out, and then at the end, Walake and Ijoma, they are now Ijoma is saying, I will go wherever you go." And Walake is like, "Hey, wo, hey, wo," and then they keep running, then they run off screen. It was just funny. Like this was, I love when a movie knows what it is and it just sticks to it. Like I really, really enjoy that. And I really, really, really enjoyed this. So big shout out to Sonia Uche. This is the first thing again I've seen of Sonia Uche TV, and I will be back. Like she did a fantastic job. If you have watched this movie, I'm very curious to know what you think about it and if you laughed as much as I did. So please let me know in the comments. Also, if you have watched this whole video and you have no idea who I am, my name is VDK. I make movie bingo cards which you can find on my Substack, vdkfilmclub.substack.com, and I talk about films. Until the next film that I watch and the next video that I make, have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.